What happens when the land rebels against its masters? The cosmos, a vast and intricate tapestry, has captivated humanity since the dawn of time. We gaze up, searching for meaning in the twinkling stars and distant galaxies. For centuries, we've sought to decipher the language of the cosmos. Astrologers and astronomers study the movements of planets and moon cycles. Whether we believe or not, the cosmos inspires awe and wonder. The cosmos, with its infinite vastness, continues to inspire a thirst for knowledge. Can we decipher the language of the cosmos, or are we mere mortals at the mercy of fate? Are we witnessing the final cracks in the global order? Markets are in chaos, Ukraine is absent from its own peace talks, and energy politics are shifting like desert sands. Meanwhile, the price of wheat rises, whispers of drought, famine, and supply chain disruptions grow louder. Could this be the next global crisis? And more importantly, are you prepared? Today, we decode the hidden forces behind these economic shifts using the ancient wisdom of the Yi-Jing and the art of war. Stay with us to uncover what the mainstream media won't tell you, because those who see the patterns first will be the ones who thrive. In ancient China, the Yi-Jing, or the Book of Change, understanding this dance helps us find our place in the cosmos. Composed of 64 hexagrams, it represents the interplay of yin and yang energies. The Yi-Jing offers insights into life's ebb and flow and the interconnectedness of all things. For centuries, its wisdom has guided emperors and scholars. It reminds us of the universe's constant state of flux, light and darkness, creation and destruction. These dualities shape existence. Understanding this dance helps us find our place in the cosmos. By interpreting patterns of change, we navigate life with wisdom. The Yi-Jing guides us to understand the present and prepare for the unknown. It encourages curiosity and openness, embracing change as part of the journey. Its timeless wisdom offers perspective on the human condition. The Yi-Jing's influence resonates globally, inspiring seekers of truth and wisdom. Across the continent, in ancient Greece, a profound astrologers created a birth chart offering insights into. The Greeks observed celestial movements, believing they held significance for human affairs. They developed systems for interpreting planetary positions to gain insights into personality and fate. Each planet embodied unique characteristics and energies. The Greeks developed the zodiac, a celestial belt divided into 12 signs. By charting planetary positions at birth, astrologers created a birth chart offering insights into an individual's destiny. While its scientific validity is debated, astrology's enduring popularity suggests it offers a sense of meaning and connection. As we delve into the cosmic ballet, our attention turns to Martian energy can be a catalyst for growth and achievement. God of War. Known for its assertive energy and association with action, drive, and ambition, Mars is a powerful force. When Mars moves into direct motion, it's akin to a warrior awakening, ready to charge into battle. This shift influences our collective drive, ambition, and willingness to take risks. We may feel more compelled to assert ourselves and pursue our goals with passion. This Martian energy can be a catalyst for growth and achievement. However, it can also manifest in less desirable ways if not channeled constructively. It's crucial to be mindful of our actions and reactions, channeling this energy wisely. Mars reminds us of the power of action, courage, and balancing assertive instincts with wisdom. The sky itself signals change. The stars whisper of Venus's retrograde, of shifts unseen but inevitable. Hexagram 64, before completion, Yi-Jing, tells us that we stand at the edge of a great transformation, one that is neither fully formed nor entirely avoidable. Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and harmony, appears to move backward in its orbit. This period invites inward reflection, reassessing values, relationships, and creative pursuits. Reflect on relationships, nurture true connections, and let go of those that no longer serve us. Venus retrograde reminds us of self-love, authentic connections, and finding harmony within. Does the motion of Mars symbolize aggressive financial shifts? Yes, Mars moving forward signifies decisive economic actions, rapid market movements, and increased risk-taking. Historically, aggressive fiscal policies, interest rate hikes, or market speculation intensify during such periods. Investors may see increased volatility in equities and commodities with a preference for bold, high-yield investments. As Mars charges forward and Venus glides pause to reflect and to ensure that our actions are understanding of ourselves, our place in the universe, influences, we can learn to navigate life's journey. Opposing forces, action and reflection, ambition and introspection are not contradictory but rather complementary aspects of the human experience. Mars's direct motion encourages us to take action, to pursue our goals with passion and determination. Venus retrograde, on the other hand, invites us to pause, to reflect, and to ensure that our actions are aligned with our values and our heart's desires. It's in the interplay of these energies that we find balance, purpose, and the wisdom to navigate the complexities of life. The cosmos, in its infinite wisdom, offers us a constant dance of energies, a symphony of celestial movements that shape our world and influence our lives. By understanding these energies, by learning to read the language of the stars, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves, our place in the universe, and the forces that shape our destiny. This cosmic dance is not merely an abstract concept, but a living, breathing reality that influences our daily lives. From the decisions we make to the relationships we cultivate, from the challenges we face to the triumphs we celebrate, the celestial tapestry weaves its threads through every aspect of our existence. As we become more attuned to these subtle but powerful influences, we can learn to navigate life's journey with greater awareness, purpose, and grace. Are we witnessing a mere tempest in a teacup or the first tremors of a seismic shift? Opportunities multiply as they are seized. Are we witnessing a mere tempest in a teacup? Economic tides and geopolitical currents. The celestial dance mirrors the dynamic global marketplace. The downturn in JP Morgan's index doesn't signal an imminent crisis. Economic data, like stars, can be misleading and fluctuate. The global economy, like the cosmos, is in constant flux. Navigating these cycles requires recognizing opportunities and acting decisively. Are we witnessing a mere tempest in a teacup or the first tremors of a seismic shift? The JP Morgan G10 Economic Surprise Index has plummeted, a chilling harbinger of potential economic headwinds. Yet, like the shifting sands of the desert, appearances can be deceiving. Appear weak when you are strong and strong when you are weak, counsels Sun Tzu. Are these data misses, particularly the US non-farm payrolls and retail sales, merely seasonal fluctuations, a temporary lull before the storm? Or do they whisper of deeper underlying currents? The Yi-Jing whispers of change, perhaps represented by the hexagram Tai, Tiandi Jiao Tai, peace where heaven and earth intertwine, suggesting a period of transition. But is this true harmony or a deceptive calm before the storm? The investor preference for European equities over US equities, particularly the FTSE 100's lagging performance, adds another layer to this enigma. Higher bond yields in Europe, especially in Germany and the Netherlands, hint at brighter economic prospects, a potential resurgence of strength. Yet, the Yi-Jing reminds us within Tai there is always the seed of Fu Zhongzhe-Jing, stagnation lurking. Europe, however, is not without its challenges. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine could have far-reaching consequences for Europe's long-term dynamics surrounding it, cast a long shadow over the continent. The upcoming meeting between US President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin in Saudi Arabia, notably without Ukraine's presence, raises concerns about potential backroom deals and their implications for European security and stability. A dirty deal that favors Russia while potentially easing energy market tensions in the short term could have far-reaching consequences for Europe's long-term strategic interests. Such a deal could undermine efforts to support Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity, potentially emboldening further Russian aggression in the region. Moreover, A rapid restoration of energy trade ties with Russia affects throughout global markets. Influence of lower gas prices could increase Europe's dependence on Russian energy, leaving it vulnerable to future political and economic pressure. Europe, therefore, finds itself walking a tightrope, balancing its economic interests with its security concerns, navigating a complex geopolitical landscape fraught with uncertainty and risk. The outcome of the US-Russia talks and their implications for Ukraine will likely have ripple effects throughout global markets, influencing investor sentiment, energy prices, and the broader geopolitical balance of power. In this intricate game of chess, the stakes are high and the moves of each player will be closely watched and analyzed for their potential impact on the global order. As we navigate global economics and geopolitics, digital period of reckoning revealing hidden truths, the power structures and government accountability. Elon Musk's Doge project, initially dismissed, has become a focal point for discussions on government spending and efficiency. The Doge movement resonates with younger generations, disillusioned with traditional governance, seeking transparency. This scrutiny extends beyond the digital realm. The Saturn-Neptune conjunction and Jupiter's square hint at a period of reckoning, revealing hidden truths. The Yi-Jing reminds us that growth is often followed by decline, and within every ending lies a new beginning. Will governments embrace innovation and transparency or cling to outdated models, risking further unrest? Gold, a safe haven asset, represents wealth and stability. Opportunities multiply as they are seized. Gold is not immune to market forces. Recent volatility in gold prices mirrors global investor anxiety. Early weak surges fueled by inflation fears and geopolitical uncertainty quickly evaporated. This erratic price action reflects a deeper struggle within the global financial system. It's a struggle between centralized control and decentralized finance. Sun Tzu advises, opportunities multiply as they are seized. Those who mistook the surge for a lasting trend were burned, while patient strategists waited for clarity. The golden mirror reflects our turbulent times, reminding us that change is constant. In finance, as in the cosmos, nothing is permanent. The struggle between old and new orders continues to shape our world. The surge in wheat prices after a prolonged bear market hints at a potential resurgence in the grain sector, a development with far-reaching implications for global food security. The Yi-Jing, with its emphasis on change and transformation, reminds us that the only constant is impermanence. Are we witnessing the birth of a new market cycle or simply a temporary aberration? Is nature aligning with the chaos? Wheat, a staple for millennia, exemplifies this prolonged bear market hints at a potential resurgence per harvests, depressing prices and squeezing farmers. The recent surge in wheat prices signals a turning point. Drought and conflict in Ukraine have disrupted supply chains. This crisis exposes the fragility of the global food system. Food shortages loom, particularly in vulnerable regions. As demand outstrips supply, prices rise, fueling social unrest. The surge in the wheat prices after a prolonged bear market hints at a potential resurgence in the grain sector, a development with far-reaching implications for global food security. The Yi-Jing, with its emphasis on change and transformation, reminds us that the only constant is impermanence. Are we witnessing the birth of a new market cycle or simply a temporary aberration? The global food system, optimized for efficiency, is ill-prepared for shocks. The cost of bread, a staple for billions, continues to climb. The world grapples with the consequences of abundance and scarcity. When peace is a mirage, can war be avoided? Is far-reaching consequences. The world watches. The world teeters between peace and conflict. Ukraine peace talks without Ukraine reflect hexagram 36, darkening of the light. A deal favoring Russia looms over negotiations. Such a deal, struck without Ukrainian consent, would be a hollow peace. Sun Tzu advises, appear weak when you are strong and strong when you are weak. Has Ukraine been maneuvered into a position of weakness? The outcome of these talks will have far-reaching consequences. The world watches, hoping for a glimmer of light in the darkness. Can we decipher the language of the cosmos, or are we mere mortals at the mercy of fate? History tapestry of triumph and tragedy speaks to those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeating. Civilizations flourishing and vanishing, cycles and patterns repeat, reminding us the past is never truly forgotten. The ancient Greeks understood the cyclical nature of time. Herodotus observed that prosperity never remains long in the same place. This view suggests growth is often followed by decline. By studying the past, we gain insights into future challenges and opportunities. George Santayana warned, "Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. History's whispers guide us through the present, helping us avoid past pitfalls. Understanding history helps us chart a wiser course for the future. The past offers valuable lessons for navigating the present and future." The celestial dance of Saturn and Neptune captivates us. Requires letting go of the old. The current cycle. While Neptune embodies dreams and illusions, their cycle marks profound transformation, blurring material and spiritual boundaries. Old structures crumble, illusions shatter, and new paradigms emerge. This cycle often coincides with social upheaval and economic instability. It challenges us to confront fears and embrace change. Nothing in the material world is permanent. Progress requires letting go of the old. The current cycle has seen rapid globalization and technological advancements. It has also highlighted economic inequality and political polarization. The Saturn-Neptune cycle influences human consciousness. Demand a just world. This period of uncertainty and desire for change takes root. The JP Morgan G10 Economic Surprise Index reflects growing unease. Rising income inequality and economic insecurity prompt questions about sustainability. Investors prefer European equities, seeking stability over short-term gains. This shift reflects awareness that endless growth is unsustainable. Seeds of doubt challenge hierarchies and demand a just world. This period of uncertainty is also a time of potential for new ideas and paradigms. Europe's energy market is a fulcrum for its economic and geopolitical future. Dependence on Russian gas has become a strategic vulnerability. US-Russia talks inject uncertainty into the energy market. A deal lifting sanctions on Russian energy could shock global markets. Gas prices could plummet, offering temporary reprieve but deepening dependence. Europe's vulnerability to Moscow's pressure would increase. The dream of energy independence would recede. Europe's future hinges on diversifying energy supplies. Does volatility mask deeper truths? Stock burned while the patient strategist waited for clarity, and geopolitical uncertainty remained. A beacon in times of uncertainty climbed to dazzling heights, only to collapse by week's end, mirroring hexagram 49. Revolution, Zhehuoge. Sudden change, destruction of the old, and the struggle for a new order. Sun Tzu teaches, opportunities multiply as they are seized. Those who mistook momentary surges for lasting trends found themselves burned, while the patient strategist waited for clarity. The stock market, driven by greed and fear, fascinates and frustrates investors. Its movements can swing wildly, leaving traders bewildered. Beneath the chaos lies a subtle code offering clues to future direction. Recent volatility in stocks, gold, silver and copper reflects investor anxiety. The stock market's initial surge lost steam as reality set in. Inflation proved persistent and geopolitical uncertainty remained. Gold and silver, safe haven assets, experienced divergent trajectories. Gold soared, then retreated as investors reassessed positions. Silver, tied to industrial demand, followed a subdued path. What are the best investment strategies in times of uncertainty? Energy leaves Europe vulnerable to Moscow's pressure. Ukraine faces geopolitical tensions and economic headwinds. The JP Morgan G10 Economic Surprise Index signals global economic fragility. The US economy struggles with inflation, rising rates, and debt ceiling crisis. The Federal Reserve attempts to tame inflation without triggering recession. Europe faces economic fallout from the Ukrainian conflict and energy crisis. Dependence on Russian energy leaves Europe vulnerable to Moscow's pressure. Ukrainian refugees strain social safety nets and test European solidarity. The world navigates a complex and uncertain future. Is this fortune or ruin? Is the market's obsession with short-term gains hiding a deeper crisis? The world, poised on the precipice of uncertainty, resembles an unfinished symphony. The global economy stumbles forward, its rhythm faltering. Geopolitical tensions simmer, casting a long shadow over the future. The climate crisis reshapes the planet in profound and unpredictable ways. In this era of interconnectedness, the fate of nations and markets are intertwined. Yet amidst the turmoil, glimmers of hope persist. Human ingenuity continues to seek solutions to our challenges. The battlefield of global finance is shifting, but where will the next ambush come from? The cosmic dance continues, oblivious to our anxiety. One thing I've consistently noticed is my approach is rooted in a combination of energy planning has earned recognition for its innovation and also accessible. By merging my ESP scheduled at least 6 months in advance to ensure. Feel free to contact me for further details or to schedule opportunities for growth. The answers lie not in the stars, but within ourselves. Throughout my career, I've encountered and solved various challenges, both as a researcher and consultant. One thing I've consistently noticed is that many organizational bottlenecks are not just external, but often stem from endogenous problems, issues that arise from within the organization itself. These can include inefficiencies in processes, lack of integration between departments, or outdated strategies that are no longer aligned with market realities. I possess the expertise to identify and filter these problems, offering in-depth analysis and actionable solutions. My approach is rooted in a combination of analytical rigor and curiosity for new technologies. I also integrate Eastern philosophical concepts like the Yi-Jing and the art of war into my financial forecasting models, which provide unique perspectives on problem-solving and decision-making. As an award-winning researcher, I have contributed to a variety of academic and professional platforms. My work in investment management, financial modeling, supply chain analysis, and ESG planning has earned recognition for its innovation and impact. I take pride in conducting thorough market research and financial projections that help businesses make informed strategic decisions. In addition, I am adept at grant exploration, offering clients opportunities for funding that align with their goals. My philosophy is centered on customer satisfaction, quality, affordability, and confidentiality. I believe that great consulting services should not only be effective, but also accessible. By merging my Eastern philosophical insights with my financial expertise, I offer decision makers a broader understanding of the complex factors affecting their operations. This helps them make more informed, balanced decisions, particularly when they face difficult or complex choices. I am available to present my research findings and conduct in-depth analysis workshops at various locations. However, due to my current commitments, presentations must be scheduled at least 6 months in advance to ensure adequate preparation and customization for your specific needs. Whether you are looking for insights into financial forecasting, ESG strategy, or a deeper understanding of global supply chains, I am confident that my expertise will provide valuable and actionable insights for your organization. Thank you for your consideration. I look forward to the possibility of working together and helping your organization achieve its financial and strategic goals. Please feel free to contact me for further details or to schedule a presentation at your convenience.